Hi, and we are live, and today I'm with two wonderful ladies, Claudia from Slovakia, and Nihan living in Canada. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, and today we are going to talk about one of the topics that came up on the certified facilitator training that I attended at Opatia, Croatia, um, this July, and I had a conversation with Gary, and funny enough, actually, they were asking me to take my shirt off. Yeah, they were like, "Take your shirt off, take your shirt off," and I was like, like I don't want that. I don't want to take my shirt off. And then Gary said that since the time that I met you, like you're shy, and then he said, like, are you shy or are you retiring? And lucky enough, there was another facilitator, actually, Moira Bramley. She just said, "What do you mean, Gary?" And he told me that I was always pulling back and not pushing forward when it's going to work for me. And that how we actually created this class, because I realized one of the things with X-Men, and X-Men are people that are extremely aware, and usually we have misidentified and misapplied. Like, people may told you that you're super sensitive, but not in as an acknowledgement, but from a space of judgment. And I was definitely one of those people, and I was keep pulling back, and I was never willing to push forward because I had the point of view that I didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable, and that was misidentified as being shy. And everybody will tell me, "Oh, like you're so shy, like you're so shy," and nobody told me or asked me a question, "Oh, like, are you shy or are you extremely aware?" And for me, that's why I wanted to do this call, so we can actually go into deeper in this topic and really have these conversations to acknowledge, like, where you have defined yourself as, or other people define yourself as, shy, and then you bought that and made that real and true for you, and now it's running your whole life. And that's one of the other things with X-Men. Like, when we, I'm gonna say, buy something, we amplify that like 1,000 times. Like, if somebody tell us like you're shy, you're like, "Oh my god, I'm shy, like I cannot talk with anybody, I cannot do this, I cannot do this, I cannot do this." And the reason that Claudia is and Nihan is laughing, because they know it's true for them. Did you ladies want to add anything?
Exactly. It's like I was thinking about this shy thing, and I remember when I was a kid and I went to kindergarten for 2 whole days, 2 whole days. I think it's the record here. And I remember that I was so shy, and it's like I know that no one wanted to play with me, and I was so aware of everyone. It's like everybody's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Maybe 20 kids were there, and I was like so just drawing there in my little corner, and I was like, oh. And they told me that, oh, Claudia, you are so shy, and now I know that, Jesus, I wasn't shy. I just didn't have the tools to handle how to handle these situations when I was extremely aware of everybody around me.
Yeah, and I absolutely adore that example, because like, it could be like in Claudia's situation, like they actually like told her that she was shy and as a little kid, and when you don't have that education, like, it's so easy to misidentify that and actually buy that as real and true, when actually Claudia was there, like she was aware of all of these people's reality like so dynamically, and she didn't have the education of somebody going, "Hey, Claudia, just so you know, like you're aware of other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And especially when you go into these places that have a lot of crowd, there's a lot of people around you, like this can get even louder and really intense. And here are some tools that you can use that would allow you to have ease with it, which would have been awesome. Like, what would it take? Like, and that's why I am facilitating these X-Men classes more and more and looking to get this information out there. So, especially if you do have a kid or if you yourself have these labels that you don't have to buy them. You don't have to make that real or true, but you can acknowledge them, and then look at what is true for you and what is your way of creating your reality beyond all the labels. I love that. Thank you, Claudia. Jan, did you want to say anything?
My example was going to be from preschool, exact same thing. First day I walk in, turns out there are two Nihans. They start calling me the shy Nihan. While at the same time, I'm someone who can also get up on stage and talk in front of 1,000 people, or just start dancing or singing in front of like a massive crowd. So it's always been this weird of like, no, you're really shy, you shouldn't be doing that. So I am discovering that in this live. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that sense of being hit by all the kids, the energies, there were 50 of them. And I thought, who does this? Why put 50 kids in one class?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and I get like I'm curious about how this class will be and how like where we will be going and like what will be unraveling, because one of the things that I know, especially with X-Men classes, they move so quickly, and it's unpredictable because like everybody that comes to the class brings their question and like what's up in their world, and it's so beautiful because like usually we do have these same places that is sometimes like it was same for Claudia and Nihan, and sometimes it can be a same energetic situation going on in a different areas of our life. So it allows us to look at these areas and really starting to explore like what is right about me that I'm not getting. And I get that's one of the biggest things with X-Men, like we have a tendency to make ourselves wrong for everything. And that was my whole life up until I started to use the tools of access consciousness. Like whatever I choose, I decided that I was wrong. I was wrong if I talk with someone. I was wrong if I don't talk with someone. If I'm wrong if I engage, or if I don't. And like there was all of these places that I was just like keep going into the wrongness of me, and instead of looking at what is the gift of me and where I am different. And like that's one of the things that really contributed to me with facilitating X-Men classes and attending the X-Men classes, acknowledging like first of all how different I am, and how and what I require that's different. And it's not right, it's not wrong, it's just different. And when I was willing to acknowledge these places, like one of them was I know like I require a lot of space. And if I'm around people for a long period of time, then I start to get very cranky. I start to get upset. I start to get heavy. I start to get contracted, and then I know it's time for me to go to a space or have some time in nature and when I choose that, it allows me to engage with people again in a kind and caring way for me and for them, because nobody wants someone that's super cranky around them, that's looking to explode in any moment. So it created so much more ease for me with the way that I engage with people and the way that I be in the world. And I get that's what we are looking to invite you into, for you to like really get these tools. So instead of being dysfunctional in this world, you can actually be functional, and not just be functional, actually start to thrive and start to create a life and living that you enjoy and you're happy with, and you wake up in the morning and go, how did I get so lucky to have this as my life? Beautiful. So here's an invitation for the Access 6-month and Shyness class. Is there anything else that you ladies would like to add?
That we have French, German, Hungarian, Turkish, and Arabic translation available,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes,
And
we
what if
do.
you aren't shy, you just live in your own world, and I know many shy X-men, and they are so beautiful and so creative people, so their mind is like so beautiful and colorful. They just don't know how to express themselves many times.
Hmm, I love that. Yeah, that is so true. They are beautiful. You are beautiful. Hmm.
And we may have been made wrong for everything and our difference. And thank you for that invitation of what's right about you that you're not getting. It's an invitation to a different way, space of being in the world. That's you.
Hmm.
So what are the infinite possibilities there?
Exactly. Exactly. Wonderful. How does it get any better than this? Thanks so much, Claudia and Jan, for being here with me, and thanks so much, everybody that's watching this now and in the future. I hope this contributes to you to have a little bit more lightness and possibilities and ease in your life. And if you know that you're required to be on this class and explore this topic further, so you can get free from all the labels of shyness, that you make that real and true for you, that's running your whole life, come join us. I'm super excited. Can't wait. Bye, everyone.